When I heard you say set them free, it warmed my heart because that's what I've been trying to do for nearly 30 years. It, 30 years ago, when I was saying wildcats do not belong in cages and we shouldn't be breeding them for life in prison, people looked at me like I was crazy. And now, what's crazy is people saw a television show called Tiger King and they heard a bunch of animal abusers say that I want to own all the big cats. And people believed that. And I can't even believe that people fell for that coming from the mouths of those guys. Because anybody can go online and you can check all the way back to the beginning of the internet. And when it started back in 1996, we were there and we were putting content out talking about why these cats don't make good pets and what we needed to do to protect them in the wild and why they shouldn't be bred for life in cages. Do a little research and you'll find all of that to be true. But let me save you some time if you like. So my belief is that these cats absolutely should not be kept in cages. And there's just no excuse for it. The very same people who said that I want to have all the cats in cages, those are the people who are breeding lions and tigers and ligers, hundreds of them at a time, because people will stupidly pay to have their picture made with a cub. And then when they get to be about 12 to 16 weeks old, they get rid of them. They dump them. They send them out to private pet owners who are keeping them in backyards and basements. They use them for breeding machines like a puppy mill to turn out more cubs. And we have never bred lions or tigers at Big Cat Rescue. For about a 3-year period back in the 90s, from like 93 to 96, I think, 97, we bred smaller cat species like ocelots and servals and caracals and bobcats. But as soon as the internet came along and we learned that none of those cats could ever go free, and none of them serve any conservation value because they're crossbred, they're inbred, they don't have pedigrees that trace back to the wild, so they can't serve any kind of a breeding program. And there is no such thing as a breeding program for the big cats like lions and tigers and leopards to set them free. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is because if you have these cats in captivity and they're around people, then when you release them, they tend to go around people, and that's when they killed livestock and pets, and then they would get killed. And so that's one reason why you can't set them free. 2, it's illegal. You can't set them free. It's illegal to do that. And 3, it would be cruel because it takes their mothers sometimes years to teach them how to hunt and how to find a good mate and how to stay away from people. And they don't get that training in the wild if they've been raised in cages. So that's why there's no reason to breed them in cages. I absolutely agree that they should live free and we should be protecting them in the wild. And there's a whole page at our website, bigcatrescue.org/earth. And it talks about the ways that we could actually utilize remote controlled cameras watching these cats in the wild where they are living their best lives and bringing that into our headsets and our telephones and everything so that we can see them living free the way they should be. Big Cat Rescue is the one leading that charge. So please, when you say set them free, know that we are right there with you, and we have been for nearly 30 years. That's been our main goal for 30 years, is to stop the breeding of big cats for life in cages. I hope that you will bother to learn more about us and all of the amazing work that we're doing, because we need people like you, people who are passionate, people who love big cats, people who want to see them living free and doing everything that they do in our ecosystems to keep them in balance. That's what we want. And so I hope you'll join us on this journey. You'll find everybody here on our social sites is going to be friendly to you and answer all of your questions. We have thousands of pages of information on our website at bigcatrescue.org that explains all of these issues. And if you just came here to be mean and say free Joe Exotic or set them free because you believe the animal abusers, then there's a page for you too. And that's bigcatrescue.org/Netflix. I would encourage you to set that page up, sit down to watch the show again, fire up Tiger Gang. Hate to give them another view, but fire it up. And then you can go through minute by minute and you'll see what you're seeing on the screen. And I bring the receipts on that page to show what was really happening or the information that they really had. And then you're going to be pretty mad that you were fooled that way. And I hope you will be really upset at the people who did fool you, because we need to work together. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you said set them free, or they need to live free, or whatever you said in our social comments that got you this video. Like, I love people who love big cats, and I hope you will join our big cat team. Stay cool, cats. Mwah!